I know lately a lot of the reviews on the channel have been pretty positive, and I don't think that that's because maybe I'm losing my touch and I'm just giving everybody a free pass here. I think that a lot of great albums have come out in the past few weeks, and it looks like we're just going to see more of these, with Foxygen coming up, Flying Lotus coming up, Caribou coming up. There's going to be a lot of really good albums. Notice that I didn't include Weezer on that list. But anyways, right now we're going to talk about Perfume Genius' third album, Too Bright. So Perfume Genius is the songwriting vehicle for Mike Hadreas. He's a Seattle-based musician who has kind of been on the scene. He kind of broke into the mainstream conscious, I would say, with his last album, Put Your Back Into It. And that was an album that was very morose and very melancholy, very sad and depressing. But the piano ballads that Mike Hadreas put together were pretty captivating and engaging. So even though they were, I guess, depressing, there was something about them that really pulled you into his world and his perspective. And as much as I don't like it when people label somebody as a male singer-songwriter or a female singer-songwriter, because I feel like that doesn't really mean anything, I think that labeling Perfume Genius as a gay singer-songwriter actually does mean something. Because Mike Hadreas' perspective and where he's coming from with his lyrics are very much informed by his sexual orientation. Because a lot of these lyrics feel as if they are coming from an outsider who's really trying to connect with a larger body of people, and the pain that you hear in Perfume Genius's lyrics are from the failure of that connection, from the frustration that comes from not being able to really relate to others or get people to understand you. And I think that frustration has really propelled Perfume Genius forward on this new album, because his songwriting style is a little bit more aggressive, and I think this is best embodied by the album's best song and lead single, Queen, which is a song whose lyrics are fantastic, and they're snarky, or maybe not snarky, but satirical. They're very biting. The way that he jokes about being a queen, the way he jokes about ruining families, it's all done tongue-in-cheek, but there's a sarcastic, bitter side to it that I think really gives this a punch and really enables him to really move from this piano-based singer-songwriter into a little bit more of an aggressive music style. But this perspective, I think, is what makes Perfume Genius worth listening to be honest. Because a lot of musicians in today's age don't really put themselves out there in a way that Perfume Genius does. I guess Grimes does, and then some level Bon Iver does as well. But the thing is, if you go back and listen to Bon Iver, you don't really get a sense of who Justin Vernon is. You may get a sense of what he's gone through, but you can't really come away from it knowing his politics or his thoughts on society in the same way that you can with Mike Hadreas here on Too Bright. I feel like coming away from Too Bright, it almost feels like you know exactly who this guy is, where he's coming from, what he's gone through. He really pulls you into it so that you feel, his thoughts and his pain. And his perspective is unique compared to a lot of what we hear today. If you liked anything that Mike Hadreas has done so far, you need to check out this album. You're going to like it. I know I've said this about a lot of albums that have come out recently, but this is probably going to be a best of the year contender. I know you've seen a lot of these, but this is going to be probably an 8.2 out of 10. There are a few tracks on here that don't feel like, where I feel like the recording doesn't necessarily meet the songwriting standards that Perfume Genius has. However, the tracks Queen, Long Pig, and Grid are among the best that Perfume Genius has ever written. Usually when I tell people what I like about music, I say I like music that makes me think, I like music that makes me feel. And Too Bright is one of the rare albums that does both of those things, so definitely check it out. If you thought this review was helpful, how about giving me a big thumbs up, or subscribe to this channel, or better yet, check out earbuddy.net, where you can find more reviews like this one and a lot of longer, written, in-depth analysis about today's music. But I am actually more interested in what you guys have to say. I want to know what you think I should review next. What should I have on my radar? Did you like this album? Did you not like this album? Do you like this new direction that Perfume Genius is going into? And I think that about does it. Bye-bye.